y'all. It's me, Angelica Stevenson, the connecting angel, and my husband, Alan Stevenson, the spoken word rapper. Thank you for tuning in to another video on Angelic Expressive Connections with us, the artistic speakers. Alright, we're gonna make this a quick video because it's bedtime and it's wife and husband time and we want to watch a movie together. So right quick, I wanted to have us come on and share a little bit about our first expression, which is the poet expression. A little background on both of us, as well as debut and also reintroduce the poetry and the poet performances that will be done by this handsome man here. Alright, so would you like to go first to start to brief of your poet journey? Right quick.
Sure. For me, the poetry journey was a lot to it. I started off doing hip hop and 16 bar format, get you a nice beat. Tried to make some songs, the good old mixtape dreams and such.
I remember that.
So you have those, and just over time, I thought to myself that I would want to tell stories without beats. So that there was a point where I was listening to these Passion for Christ poems, and they were like 8 minute poems, and they were nice. They were really good, but they were like 8 minutes. And I started writing in that format where I was just going on as long as I could, and then I realized that I needed to shorten the story. So I was like, I would need to find a way to tell the same good story just in half the time. So that's pretty much where I'm at right now, just telling really intricate stories and hoping to shorten the time. So that's me as the poet. Yeah, that's me. As far as the journey, like there, my poetry is infused with a lot of my struggles and also life lessons and uplifting. I deal with faith, or I've dealt with faith a lot because that was the most impactful portion of my life, where I dealt with my relationship with God and some of my regrets. Just kind of dealing with those and my ups and downs. So I try to make that stuff relatable to people so that they don't feel that they have to be perfect when they're listening to me. I want people to be vulnerable, because that's essentially what I do when I'm on the stage, is just go into the deepest parts of my weaknesses in a way, hoping that that might give someone power. So that's my that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Uh, is there anything else you wanted me to say?
Yeah, what have you done recently? Currently. Your background, your history.
Oh, that. Um, we used to host our own poetry event a long, long, long time ago called The
Was
Garden.
not that long.
Long ago in the forest. Yeah, we used to host our own events. Most times now, I'm kind of like a freelance guy when it comes to the poetry. I always get, excuse me, I always get a lot of calls in the summertime now. It's just kind of fun how, people remember me and they'll call me to speak. It's kind of just wherever I'm needed, with a good tale. That's where I pop up at. So, uh, as far as like what we've done, it's so much. We performed at a ton of churches, ton of community events. I recently did The Cornell West came. That was a big one. The spoke for the Umar Johnson a couple times. People like him. um, and I did, just some community events with Angelica. We did an event at a church, and she was a speaker there. So that was nice.
It's
And
fun when you do duets.
this is true. So yeah, just different churches may call and want a decent word, and that's where I come in.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Most deaf.
So that's Alan, the poet, the poet expression. Alan the Poet on Instagram. Alan the Poet, what, 37? Is that what it is? Okay. And he's definitely available for booking and performing. I'm getting that set up right now too, so I'll be posting that link as well. I'll send an email if you have interest or questions. And then with me, I've been a poet ever since middle school. Poetry actually saved my life. And at the same time, God used poetry to help me uncover my purpose and my natural gifts and my expertise. So I'm the type of poet that gets you thinking, that can be redundant, because I know that people receive messages differently and have you question and looking deep inside yourself, deep down below.
Into my mind.
Right.
Into my mind.
And to remember your connection, your powers, your own gifts and freedom as well. With him, like, we did have our own, we actually met through church at a poetry event. And it was actually that after he performed a poem that he started hollering at me. That's another tale. But yeah, so our nonprofit was called the Light Poetic Ministry. We got started that after being blessed to go out and venture after hosting our own, helping with hosting poetry nights in our church that we went to, and we just did our thing. I've performed at other community events as well. My poems have been featured on the Organic Poet. I was part of WAP Unleashed Speakeasy, which is my first time ever, and that was really fun. And poems are in my books too, like Judgment Day. It's an epic poem. So basically, it's a fantasy story in poetry form, like a Homeric poem, or is it Homeric? How do you pronounce that? Homer, that Homer stuff. It's whatever stuff like that back in the day. And then in my books, there's poems too. I put poems in there, and I do write poems. I do it, when it comes to me, but I don't force myself to. So when it comes to the poet expression and poetry performer, it's this guy right here, spoken word rapper, Alan Stevenson. And I'd say combined, like both of us combined, we have a total of, 40 years? 40 years of poetry performance and experience between us. So, we are awesome. We are pretty darn awesome. God is awesome through us. So yes, artistic speakers through the poetry expression. Moi and him. Oh. I think that's it. I'm gonna watch this movie. Is that it?
That's all I got.
Alright, that's all we got. It's under 10 minutes. It's under 10 minutes. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. If you know someone who loves poetry, who is looking for a poetry performer or type of performance for the events, definitely give us a call. Who are you gonna call? We've been watching that, my John and I. Send us an email and go to our booking page at calendly.com // Angelic Angelic Express EXPRESS Angelic Express. It'll be in the what's that thing called? In the description too. I'm getting off here. All right, peace. We'll talk to y'all later, and I'll be posting the video soon, doing more teachings and breaking down of language and how it can program your mind and how you have the power to deprogram your mind with new language. That's it. Okay, thanks for listening. Peace. I'll say bye to people.
See y'all later.